People are like, who is DanielleVictor? And I'm like, bitch, it's Danny with 2 N's. Am I a fashion blogger? Maybe. Am I a storyteller? For sure. Am I a badass bitch? Absolutely. So if you're smart, you'll subscribe to my channel.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna get back on a regular posting schedule by next week. I'm probably gonna do Monday, Wednesdays, Sundays, or Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. I'm gonna do 3 days a week. I was doing way more than 3 days a week because people were in quarantine and bored staying at home. But I feel like the world is slowly but surely opening back up. Not everybody is back to work. Not everyone is, you know, not out of the stay-at-home order yet. But, hold on. Anyways, someone just texted me and it distracted me because I didn't understand what they were saying. But, so anyways, I'm just gonna go back to 3 days a week, maybe 4 if I'm really banging out the videos. So if it is 4 days a week, it'll be Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. If not, it'll be Monday, Wednesdays, or Fridays, or Monday, Wednesdays, and Sundays, one of the two. So I wanted to do a quick video just to address a couple of things because I keep getting DMs about Cory and his current girlfriend slash mother-to-be, Taylor. And I also got asked, not by a lot of people, but a few people, why I didn't post a video about Black Lives Matter. And I'm going to explain myself on both of those so you guys understand where I'm coming from. Maybe some of you will agree, maybe some of you won't agree, but it's my opinion and my channel, it's my truth, so I'll explain to you. I have been vocal about it on Instagram. I have donated, I have posted petitions, I have signed petitions. I'll continue to repost and talk about it, as I feel like everyone should continue to talk about it and repost it. I have posted it on my Twitter. I've reposted some tweets. I don't really tweet that much. I'm not like Gabby. I feel like Gabby is like the queen of tweet. Like, she's always like on Twitter. I really barely ever check it. I barely go on there, but when I have gone on, I've read articles. I've read anything you could possibly imagine. There's plenty of videos that are being recommended now on Netflix. I started watching those. Still, all like, as a Black woman, you know, you're learning more about the Black community every day that you didn't even know. Like, there's things and cases I didn't even know about or hear about because it wasn't like posted heavily on the news. It's just almost sickening. I follow this news reporter, Sean King. Let me just make sure that's his name on there because I don't want to mess it up. Yeah, Sean King, and he's been posting videos and submissions and news articles of behaviors from authorities that I can't even imagine. And I'm just staying informed, and that's pretty much all we can do. We can stay informed, we can spread the word, and we can try to help where we can. Now, the reason I didn't post a video talking about the movement or what's going on in the world is because I have noticed, specifically on my channel, anything that I post that has to do with race, it's a lot of negativity. And for me, at this point in my life, I just don't want to deal with the negativity. Everything on Instagram, these posts, everyone is coming together, we're all understanding each other. The negativity on your opinion is very minuscule. On YouTube, I've noticed that whenever I post about being Black or something that happened to me because I am Black, the backlash and the hate in my comments, even from the Black community itself, has been bad. I had a video about being a mixed girl. It's from 2, maybe 3 years ago, and I posted it, and the backlash is so crazy about how I'm not black, and my dad didn't raise me right because he didn't raise me to be mixed, and there was a lot of negativity that came with that video. I, back in the day, used to hide users all the time. I still do. But the confrontation that came from that video by itself, of just talking about how I felt and how I still feel about being a mixed woman in this world, was just so crazy. And the comment section turned into just a bunch of people talking about colorism, and that's still something that I don't really understand on a heavy scale or can explain to anyone, because even in that video about me talking about when I'm mixed, when I was growing up, you know, our parents didn't sit us down to explain to us that, you know, some people are gonna make fun of our hair, and mom tried to relax it so it was less curly, and, you know, we weren't having those conversations. And the backlash from explaining my childhood to YouTube was just not something I was expecting, nor was it something that I wanted to deal with. It's not that I can't handle people's mean comments about if they think I'm black or not. That's not what I'm saying. It's just to have to explain to people over and over and over again about being black, but there's people that think I'm not black. So then I would say, okay, well, I'm white. And they'll say, well, you're not white. And then I'd be like, okay, well, you don't think I'm black and you don't think I'm white. So then what am I? And just to go back and forth with people in the comment section over and over and over again, defending my blackness, was just aggravating in itself. And that was years ago. So then I posted a video about my situation at Catch LA and how they discriminated against me because of the color of my skin, because I was not a white female that was dressed half naked, but because I was a tatted black female with ass, I got discriminated against. And again, the comment section turned into, you're not black. You can't say that they turned you away because you're black. You're not black enough to make this video. You're not black enough to do this. You're not black enough. You don't know what it's like to be black. And it turned again into this huge racial conversation, and it was all about how dark I am. It had nothing to do with the fact that what Catch did was completely inappropriate and not okay. It turned into a matter of the color of my skin, and if I was black enough to make this video and complain about what this restaurant had done to me. So as all this was going on last week, I really sat down and I cried so much last week, and I was just in disbelief about what was going on in the world. And I thought to myself, should I make a video about how emotional I am, about what's happening to black people, and just anyone of color, really, Mexicans, Spanish people. I feel like everyone who's not like white is experiencing some type of racism or has in their life or knows someone that is. And I thought really hard and deep of whether or not I was going to post a video, and I was super emotional. And sometimes when you're emotional, like, you either say too much or you don't say enough. So I was chit-chatting up with my roommate. He just came home. I don't really remember what part I left off of, but so anyways, when I get emotional, sometimes I either say too much or I say too little, or I get in my own head, or I'm not processing all my thoughts completely. And I just thought, do I really want to post on YouTube about how I'm feeling personally, about what I've experienced in my own life versus what I'm seeing on the news and in news outlets? Do I want to discuss it? But then I thought, if I discuss it, what if it ends up being a one-sided conversation that I'm having with myself? Because then it just turns into, again, a debate in my comment section of whether or not I am black enough, or if I've even experienced any type of racism. When I have, and I said, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to hear any negativity at all when the world itself is already negative. So that is why I chose not to post about it. And now I'm talking about it slightly, but I'm not going to get into details. I just wanted to explain myself because a few people were like, well, why don't you use your platform to talk about this and to talk about that? And I am using YouTube to make you guys laugh and cry and smile and be happy in really negative times. But I, as a creator, have chosen to not put myself in a position where I'm making a video that I would have loved to have made, but then have a rush of hate come pouring in because it's just not something I could have handled last week. And, you know, so many people to this day are still commenting on my old videos saying, you date only white men, you don't even like black men, you don't even like your own father. And it's just the fact that that's coming out of people's mouths is racism in itself. You can't sit there and say, yo, I'm against racism and everything that's going on in the world when you're spewing out the same type of hate and negativity. So I decided I wanted to avoid all those people that would come to my page and take all their anger and all their hate and all their envy or madness or sadness out in my comment section. So I chose not to make that video, and I have no regrets. I have posted many things on my Instagram. I will continue to post on my Instagram. If you know, you guys have an article or a story or a petition you want me to share, feel free to DM it to me. But I am not going to post my feelings about it on YouTube, so people have an excuse to tell me I'm not black enough, I don't love black men, I don't love my dad, I don't love my brother, I don't love my uncles, I don't love my cousins. I don't want to hear it. So I choose, and we'll wait. We'll see how much negativity is in this comment section, because I'm sure people are going to just go off what I'm saying right now and have a field day about how I'm not black enough to even talk about the Black Lives Movement. So I'm waiting for those, as they will all be blocked and deleted because I don't give a fuck. I care about my feelings though, and I just didn't want to deal with deleting and blocking and deleting and blocking and deleting and blocking videos that are supposed to be inspiring and informational and motivational. And so I chose to not say anything on YouTube. Now, in regards to Cory and Cory's girlfriend, I got sent a video, and I will place, if I can find it, I will screen record it and I'll put it in this video right here. Basically in the video, Cory was explaining to people that he can't say he's ever been treated how some black men have been treated because he's not black. And I saw that video and I was like, I'm so confused, because I'm Haitian Irish, okay? I have for my whole life told everybody I am black. If they ask me what's your nationality, I'll get into specifics. Oh, well, I'm Haitian, Irish, Native American. But if anyone asks me, anytime I took a test, anytime I do a job interview or fill out a job application, I am African American, black. Now they have the option of 2 or more races, so I'll fill that out now too. But back in the day when I took the SATs, I was black. When I got accepted into college, I got accepted as a black woman. For Cory to sit up there and say I'm not black when his father is black, he has family that's black, he has children that are black, and a soon-to-be child who will be 1/4 black, is actually kind of sad and disappointing, because I was around Cory for years. And I know he hung out with like a lot of white people, but so that doesn't change the fact that you're black. Being around white people or dating white people or falling in love with white people or having children with white people, it doesn't change the fact that you, my friend, are black. And I never, in my time of hanging out with Cory or being around Cory, ever got the feeling or the idea that he considered himself to be anything other than black. I mean, he's got beautiful curly hair and dark dark man features, and you know, he's half, so he's obviously lighter skinned, but he's got black beautiful features. And never have I ever heard him say in the entire time I knew him, I'm not black, I'm not a black man. So to see that video and have him say he doesn't understand the pressures and the anguish of being a black man because he's not black was crazy. I don't really even know what to say. I feel like some things you should just keep your mouth quiet about, and that should have been one of those moments for him. That makes me think that maybe he's lost, or he got lost somehow down the road of his life if he feels that he's not a black man. If Cory got pulled over, the cop pulling him over would assume he is a black man. I don't know what he sees when he looks in the mirror, or how he feels when he looks in the mirror, but Cory is a black man. And for a black man to say he's not black is just kind of crazy to me, because I look at myself in the mirror, and no matter what people say to me in my comment section, I still am a black woman. I consider myself to be a black woman. I've never once looked at myself and said I'm not black, because I'm not whole. I'm not a full black. There's plenty of mixed people in this world that are also black and have felt what it's like to be black. And I don't know what the fuck he was thinking or what the fuck he was talking about, but he should have just kept his mouth shut there. And I actually kind of feel bad for him, because it makes me wonder, like, what is going on in your world for you to feel that way or even say those words. But I wish him well. I hope whatever he meant by that or was trying to say, he figures it out. Because Cory, you are a black man, okay? You are a black man. And in regards to his girlfriend, this is part of the issue why me and Cory are not friends anymore, is when he started talking to her again, we were friends, and I asked him as a friend, how could you be with a white person who has said racial things in the past? And he was like, oh, it's her past, people grow up, people move on. That's true, people do grow up, people do move on, people can get over racism. But even if they do, I don't know if that's someone you should be with, because in order for someone, in my mind, and I could be wrong, to learn hate or racism, it has to be taught. And usually the people teaching them are their parents or their loved ones. So as a black man, how do you date someone who might be over the racism that they once spoke into existence, but is their family over it? So when she's bringing you home, in the back of your mind, wouldn't you be like, well, her family thinks this about black people? So we used to go back and forth and have like little arguments about that. And at the end of the day, I always said, hey, whatever makes you happy, do whatever's gonna make you happy. Now, when we had our falling out, and this is why, and this is the only reason I'm bringing it up, I'm gonna see if I still have the text. Damn, I deleted it. See all. I deleted his old conversation. What the fuck? Yeah, I did. Wow. Okay, well, in our last conversation, I said something on Twitter about Taylor being more in his being Cory trailer than I was, because I was like, why the fuck? And I made a joke. It was like a fucking joke. And he texted me and was like freaking out. He was like, don't disrespect my girl. And I was like, okay, like, it's not that deep. But then he started like throwing jabs about how he's gonna be cashing out on these $250,000 teen mom checks, and I'm gonna be still begging for rent and barely paying my rent, and I'm gonna have a podcast and no one listens to, and no one ever wants to be a guest on. He just said like vile, awful things to me that you would think someone that's been in your home and has been rocking out with you for almost 4 years wouldn't say. And I simply told him in the text message that karma will be a bitch, and I'm gonna choose not to go back and forth with him. I'm not gonna be disrespectful like he is. And I said karma will be a bitch, and it will be handed to you eventually. And so when I keep getting tagged in these posts that MTV gave Taylor the boot because of her old racist tweets, and their special about her pregnancy got canceled. I said, and now this is the universe letting me know that karma is a real fucking thing. Karma's real, people. You get what you put out in this world. You disrespected me, your friend, over your chick, who no one liked because she had past racist tweets. Then you told me that I am going to struggle for the end of time while you cash out on your $250,000 teen mom checks. And then your teen mom special gets canceled, and so does your bitch. That sounds like karma to me. What do y'all think? Yeah, sounds like karma. But I still wish Cory nothing but the best. It's no bad blood. But like I said, what goes around comes around. If you're a good person, good things happen to you. When you're a bad person, bad things happen to you. And just happens to be that your girlfriend used to be racist, and her old racist tweets came out to bite both of you in the ass. So, first you're not a black man, and now your old racist tweety girlfriend both got the boot. So, sounds like both of you need to do some self-discovery, especially about the color of your skin and the fact that you are black. But you would know that if you kept real friends around you who would have laughed at you for ever even breathing that into your own existence. But whatever, what do I know? I'm just a broke bitch struggling to pay my rent in a podcast that no one's going to listen to. So anyways, guys, those are my thoughts on the two things. I know I just sounded pretty angry there because sometimes when I think about Cory and like how awful he was to me, I get pretty upset because I considered him to be one of like my closest friends. And anytime people even message me about him, I'm like, stop, please stop. But I thought I'd address my thoughts on his girl getting the boot and him saying he's not black, because I think those are important things to talk about. I do wish him well. I have no hate in my heart towards him, just disappointment, and I feel like disappointment is worse than hate. So I still wish him well. I still, you know, hope Teen Mom works out for him, even though, you know, his second chapter with his second child and his, you know, girl isn't gonna work out, because finally TV stations have to be accountable for people on their shows that are racist. And the fact that she even once said that and now is having a child who will be a quarter black is quite an interesting scenario. But again, as I said, people can change. Their mindsets on other human beings and races can change. But that hate and that nonsense and that ugliness that was once spoken from those same lips came from somewhere. So it's important that we as people and networks on TV recognize that hate, even if it was from 560 years ago. So that's it. I hope everyone is staying safe and staying blessed and signing petitions, and I hope everyone goes out and votes so Donald Trump is no longer the leader of our nation, because he is a joke. And I hope that everyone loves each other. Like, there's so much hate in this world. There's no need to hate one another. There really isn't. Unless someone like really did something awful to you, like terrible to you, no one should hate anyone, especially because of the color of their skin. So that's all I'm gonna say. I ranted for, I don't know how long this video is, but don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also hit the bell, because if you don't hit the bell, you won't know when I post, and I obviously want you to know when I post. Follow me on Instagram, XXO Danielle, the official Victor Twins for me and Gabby's joint page, Little Caesar the Frenchie for my dog, and Swallowwood Podcast. I love you guys to the moon and back. Thank you for listening and understanding, and I know some people will be mad at things that I said in this video or things that I didn't say in this video, but I'm still wishing you love and happiness from this couch, and I hope you are wishing me the same. God bless.